Hello, executives and representatives at Gulf Dreams Cruise Lines. I'm Colby Collins, founder and CEO of Collins Construction. Here at Collins Construction, we do all types of construction from residential, commercial, such as hotels, skyscrapers, schools, and even sports arenas. On our staff, we have architects, engineers, all who can design and implement and do anything that we need to do to erect a building, while also handling all of the contracting to other businesses that we will use during the construction process. We like to think of ourselves as a one-stop shop for new construction and provide the clients who work for us with peace of mind. Throughout the process, our clients shouldn't have to worry about anything except pulling out their checkbook to write us a check. We handle every single part of the construction phase. Gulf Dreams, we understand that you're an up-and-coming cruise line. Y'all send cruises and boat loads of people all over the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf Sea. We understand that y'all want to build 3 resorts to y'all's most highly traveled destinations. We understand that y'all want to do these because you're gonna found a niche in the market, so to say, as you want your guests to be able to stay on the island for couple of days rather than pulling up to a port, having your guests be able to get off for a couple of hours, explore, just really around the coast. And you think that having your guests, giving them the opportunity to stay in one of your resorts that you have on the island would be a better fit. And I completely agree with your business method here. Yeah, instead of having to go back to the boat every time or every night to get back on the boat and go to your next destination, yeah, why not, stay that extra night, really take in the scenes rather than feel like you're being pushed around and on a time limit at all times while you're on the island. As I mentioned, I'm with Collins Construction, and we're located out of Florida, and Gulf Dreams, we know, is also located out of Florida, and y'all depart all your ships from Fort Lauderdale. We feel that this would give us a great advantage over the competition, and we feel like it'll be a great niche in the market for us to be able to work for y'all because we're close in nature and we'll be able to take care of your needs quick rather than having to talk to somebody across the globe and not knowing how they handle things in their state. So the 3 countries we understand that y'all want to start your resorts are Mexico, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic. Collins Construction will work on each of the projects separately. We'll complete one at a time, so we'll go from Mexico to Cuba to the Dominican Republic. We'll send out many of our own employees. We can work out the options on if we want the employees to just take your cruise ships to those destinations. It would definitely save us time and money. Or if y'all were planning on taking care of our traveling expenses, then it would save y'all money as well by just taking our workers from port to port. We're going to send our own engineers, our own architects, a couple of project managers, and a bunch of manual labor that we have, contract labor just around the office that handle most of the small work around the jobs, and the project managers will be overseeing the job site and making sure that everything runs smoothly. Our architects are going to draw up the plans, confirm them with y'all. We'll more than likely have this done before any of the deals are even set in stone. Engineers are going to guarantee that everything is structurally sound. We will guarantee that in America, and we will also get with Mexico representatives, Cuba representatives, and Dominican Republic representatives to make sure and follow their codes, rules, and regulations as well. What's great about Collins Construction workforce and the construction industry in general is that not much changes when it comes to the building. When it comes to building in general, wood is wood, nails are nails. drills work the same way in America as they would in Mexico, Cuba, or the Dominican. The employees at Collins Construction have been together for many years. They work well together, unified team, and they just feel like they're a, can I say, close family just because of the amount of projects that they've been together on. So we feel real strongly about sending our own workforce rather than having to contract labor out whenever we get to the country we'll be working. But not saying that we're not going to have to, because some things we won't be able to get from Florida to any of these three countries, so we'll definitely have to do that. Another good thing about our company is that just everyone understands their place and part, and everyone just not only wants to get their job done quickly, they want to do it efficiently, effectively, and do what's best for our clients. A lot of our business is repeat, and we'd like to keep it that way. Collins Construction will do everything in our power to assure that while working in these different countries that we abide by their cultural standards, as I mentioned. We'll create long-standing, friendly relationships with the citizens rather than enemies, because yeah, we may be doing the work for y'all, but it's your resort that's going to end up being there for a lifetime, and your guests are the ones that are going to have to deal with these citizens and talk to these citizens and see these citizens from these three countries. So we do feel it's important that that's taken care of properly. Now getting into the three countries that we're going to be working in and building these three resorts for you if we get the bid. Start out with Mexico. We've done some research about the cultural in Mexico and how it's best going to be handled and what we need to do to train our employees and get them on the right page as to handle business and how business is handled in Mexico. We understand that Mexicans are extremely worried about the relationships that exist between the businesses. And as I mentioned earlier, it's not just going to be Collins Construction building a relationship with these businesses. We're building for Gulf Dreams, so we're going to do our best to convey the best possible presentation for Gulf Dreams. A professor at Missouri University stated that business relationships often take precedence over professional capabilities. So yeah, they may not be worried about how well the job is done. They're more worried about, how well they're treated. Are they respected? So we're going to do everything we can to make sure that happens in Mexico. In order for Gulf Dreams to be viewed as a good company in Mexico, it's up to us to build a strong, friendly relationship. So in order for us to do this, build the relationship before we go in there, we're going to already have established some companies that we're going to be working with before the construction begins, just to ensure that we're with the right group of people, and that's who we want to do business with in Mexico. On to Cuba. Since Collins Construction is based out of Florida, we do have some native Cubans that work on our workforce. A lot of Cubans live in Florida, so we like to take that in. It helps us diversify our workforce. Also, it brings in a lot of business because people in Florida see that we have Cubans, so they do good work, and it's good work for us. We're going to do everything that we can to learn about the Cuban culture before we go over there, as far as how business is performed in their country. Collins Construction, we understand that there will be protocol to follow. There will be rules and regulations and a lot of bureaucracy in the country of Cuba. And since Cuba is a communist nation, we understand that we're going to have to abide by some different rules there, and we're ready to take that task on. We plan to have our Cuban employees interpret everything that cannot be hashed out in English, because we understand that a bunch of Cubans speak good English, especially business owners. But we will have some of our workforce that can interpret and convey some of the points that we're wanting to express. We understand that it's important to bring a gift to the people that we're going to be doing business with. Nothing too lavish, just a customary thing. So we're planning on doing that. We'll have some drinks if we have to, if offered, because we understand that they like to drink while doing business. And we understand that, during the meeting process with some of these business owners that we may be interrupted and while we're speaking, but we've got to understand that that's not considered rude in Cuba. That's just how they handle things. So we'll take the good with the bad and roll with it, and hopefully create some good allies in the Cuban nation.